A survey by a company called Xpatweb, and they looked at what they found with companies and what they're seeing with skills. A specialist immigration consultant there is Marisa Jacobs. Marisa, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for having me.
What are you finding when you conduct surveys like this?
So this specific survey was, as you mentioned, among businesses in South Africa and asking them what are the skills that they typically find most difficult to recruit in South Africa and which they often extend their search for internationally to find those skills. And the latest survey, which closed early 2021, showed the top skills in South Africa that are difficult to come by include things like engineer, ICT specialist, which is not surprising with the fourth industrial revolution, media and marketing specialist, artisans, healthcare professionals such as nurses, specialist nurses, science professionals, C-suite executives. So those are roughly the top 10 occupation groups that we find most difficult to recruit in South Africa.
So, is this because the skills that we have are leaving the country? Is it because people with those skills don't want to come here?
I think it's a combination of the two. We're seeing the world become smaller. Global mobility is definitely on the increase. We're seeing lots of South Africans leaving, looking for opportunities abroad, and likewise a lot of foreign nationals looking for opportunities abroad, and South Africa being on one of their top destinations to come to. So there's skills leaving, and there's definitely a interest with foreign nationals to come and work in South Africa.
Obviously the next question is, how do we make sure that we have enough skills? This is a real problem in our economy. We have sort of two big problems. The one is people who find it impossible to get jobs, partly because they've been, I would say, betrayed by our education system. And at the other end, we have people who have skills who just, there are so many jobs for people with the proper skills. So what do we need to do to fix all of that? As I realize it's a big question.
Massive question. Thank you for putting that on me. I don't think there's one thing that needs to be done. I think there is a whole host of things that need to be done, and everyone needs to do their part. I know that there's some draft legislation by Department of Labour and Government around skills transfer, and making that more of a legislative item to say skills transfer is a must. It's not optional. It is not if there's time. It's not something that can maybe be on your agenda. It needs to happen. And not just for foreign nationals coming into South Africa to transfer skills to South Africans, but also for South Africans in senior positions, the guys who might be retiring soon, and making it necessary to transfer those skills to the younger generation. I think things like internships and apprenticeships after university is extremely important. You touch on a point that many graduates struggle to find employment, and if we look at the skills survey results, a lot of employers, they're not just looking for someone with qualifications, but they're looking for people with experience. And I think that's also something that drives a lot of South Africans to go and work abroad, is to gain international experience and then return to South Africa with that international experience, making them extremely competitive in the South African market among businesses to get employed. So I think there's a variety of factors that need to work together to address the problem.
Marisa Jacobs, thank you. Specialist immigration consultant. Do appreciate the time.